Hi, this is Sibila Extreme Vocal and how to use Kargyraa to nail the false chord. This video will be helpful for you only in case if you are already familiar with the Kargyraa and you can produce it. If you need to learn it, then I recommend you to watch the previous video about how to get the Kargyraa tutorial. You will find the link somewhere above and in the description below the video. Alright, so now let's get started. To make a false chord from Kargyraa, we basically need only to relax our vocal folds. Kargyraa is using simply our true vocal folds, our false vocal folds, with some addition of overtones. All of these elements combined together create that. And for false chord technique, we want to shut down, we want to turn off our clean voice and leave only the distortion that engages our false vocal folds. And this video will show you how to do it. We start with the Kargyraa sound. And then we relax our true vocal folds and only the distortion will remain, like we basically let our vocal folds to open, more air will appear and blend with the sound. The sound will kind of a little bit spread, open, it will get a little bit more breathy, like So firstly, we can try the most simple way of how to transit from Kargyraa into the false chord. We will add a little bit more of space and a little bit more of air to the Kargyraa sound. It's like we are sighing and full of anger. Okay, let's try again. In the transition, when you want to open the sound a little and add a little bit more of the air to it, it's good to use the support. So there is Kargyraa, more of air, and more of the support. But it's much easier, at least for me, to do it in a more dynamic way, like Now observe my solar plexus while the transition from the Kargyraa to the false chord growl. When we make Kargyraa, solar plexus goes outwards, which means that we use the breath support, and when we go for the false chord growl from a Kargyraa, then we use the support slightly more. And at the same time our true vocal folds are relaxing, and this is why the overall sound gets more breathy and kind of like more opened. It's more like a cloud, it's not so compressed anymore. And now we can sigh like we are just pissed off and tired. And it's the basic false chord growl. In the beginning it's more breathy than at its final stage and when we are experienced. So don't worry if your false chord growl when you go from the Kargyraa to the growl is a little bit breathy, like because it's totally normal. When the basic growl is properly set, then you can start to build the volume, the intensity and the depth for your growl. Okay, so here you have it, a simple way of how to use your Kargyraa to nail the false chord, firstly with a growl, but you can also use it for scream. We have that basic and we just add more of the clean sound to it, like hey, hey, we combine it with hey, 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 oh yeah, false chord scream, and then you can just do it with the falsetto, or with your head voice, or just using a higher pitch to make a high-pitched scream, like hey, 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 false chord scream, yeah! And with the falsetto, like hey, 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 it sounds ridiculous, but when we add the distortion, it will sound much, much better. Hey, hey, false chord scream! That's it for today. I hope very much that this video will be helpful for you as much as it's for me when I practice and for people that I work with on their vocals. Have a great practice, have a great day. Cheers and love, fuckers.
Stuck on this.
Young, dumb, Jesus, fantasy. We're trying to be a academy.